Welcome back to the Youth Academy Road to Glory. We start with a Manchester United away, so a tough start to the day, but we're fresh from our first victory of the Premier League season, a 1-0 win over Brighton yesterday, and hoping to build on that today, albeit Manchester United are one of the sides we face today, as are Tottenham, as our bogey team Brentford. So I'm not expecting to get that many points today, if I'm honest. With regards to the fun objectives so far this season, we're actually not doing that bad. No points against Big Six clubs yet. We've only played one game. We'll have two more today. We're finishing so far higher than we did last year. We're currently 13th after finishing 14th last season. Taken 1 point from the promoted sides last season, but again, we've only played one game. No goals scored with defenders yet. Plenty of the season to go. And we've kept 2 of 10 clean sheets needed so far this season. A 0-0 against Fulham and the 1-0 aforementioned victory over Brighton. So we will hope today to improve yet further in the majority of those areas. There's been a little bit of a call to give Cooper some first team football ahead of Sissoko. However, Cooper has now had a loan bid come in for him from Vitesse, so I'm going to try and get him a short-term loan in January to the end of the season, and he'll get first-team football without me significantly weakening my starting 11. We've already weakened the back line by putting Da Costa in there ahead of Baka and, of course, the sale of Murphy, and you can see there that Sissoko is significantly enough better than Cooper for me to probably not be able to make the change. Pace-wise, there's not much between them. Actually, acceleration is significantly in Sissoko's favour. Sprint speed is actually in Cooper's by 1. Technically, it's not even a contest. Although stand tackle is better for Cooper. I still think a short-term loan for Cooper's probably best. If I hadn't weakened with Da Costa, I probably might have done it. But I don't think so. So Manchester United away to start. We will not be playing in that red kit. Otherwise, that is one of the most horrendous kit clashes you've ever seen in your life. We'll play in our alternate green. I'll see you at Old Trafford. Manchester United line up with Koen Casteels in goal for them. Riddler, Baku, Robin Lenormand, Alessandro Bastoni and Alphonso Davies. Carlos Soler, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg and a 92 rated Pedri. Anthony and Rashford are the only original Manchester United players left in their starting lineup, with Alvarez through the middle. It's a massively changed Manchester United team. Ours obviously doesn't look anything like it did when we started, but we were League 2 at the time, so that's understandable. And I guess teams do develop over time, but for only 2 of Man United's original starting players to still be in the 11 is a surprise. But players like Bruno have moved on, etc. Rashford into the middle and Romero will just get rid. They're pressing right from the off. As we expect they will do for the majority of the game, to be completely honest. Bianchi feeds Salinas. And Bastoni's not come across. And we're going to take a shock 1-0 lead at Old Trafford. Nacho Salinas finally getting up and running in the Premier League now with a couple of goals in the past handful of games, and now we've scored at Old Trafford, and we might really put the cat amongst the pigeons. And here's Romero, and through looking for Edwards. Bastoni's on the shoulder of the attacker this time, but still Edwards has found some space. Casteels makes the save. The way we're dominating this game now is kind of showing why I do the sim against the Big Six in your first season coming up to the Premier League as a lower, smaller side, because things don't tend to go in a realistic fashion against the big boys when you're a smaller side. But doesn't mean we won't try and take advantage of it now that we're in the second season. 1-0 up at Old Trafford and pushing for a second. Salinas is up for this. It's going to fall to Francisco Da Costa. Samaras, Da Costa again. Well, it's on target from the centre-back, but it's not going in. Out wide to Sissoko. Edwards is available in the middle. We actually got Alessandro Davies on the runaround, and Bianchi's in. Enrico Bianchi, 2-0 AFC Chesnoid at Old Trafford. We really are turning the form book upside down now. We have only lost one game this season. We've drawn 4 and won 1. That might be about to be 2. I mean, oh, if that pass had been better, I was just about to say this had been some fantastic football that we're playing at Old Trafford, and the fact that Manchester United can't cope with it is no surprise. Here they come on the attack, though. Anthony in behind, but Francisco da Costa is not fazed by anyone. Young 16, 17-year-old Brazilian centre-back crossing an entirely new continent, let alone an entirely new country. He has adjusted to first-team football in the Premier League very well indeed. Oh, Anthony still nearly gets his goal, though. I was going to say some midfield would be nice. Samaras, driven to Edwards. And I might go back to Edwards here. Alphonso Davies is having a nightmare game right now. Oh! And Tom Edwards very nearly found that bottom corner. Manchester United are having a nightmare game here as well. They keep singing the Liverpool Allez, Allez, Allez song for some reason. And all I can think of is, we're winning at Old Trafford, you won't believe your eyes. And then I need a second verse. Stoney. Lovely ball into Wilfred Nonto's come on for Riddler Baku. So they've taken a right back off and thrown on a winger. Change in formation for Manchester United, I think. Anthony to Carlos Soler. I almost dangled a leg there. I'm glad I didn't. He certainly would have gone over it and won himself a penalty. With 22 minutes to go at Old Trafford, we still look like we're destined to get the victory here. Francisco, Edwards, Salinas making the run, and he's onside here, onto his left, and tucked home. Hits 3-0 at Old Trafford. We're winning at Old Trafford. I can't believe my eyes. Julian Alvarez, Pedri, trying to battle hard to get it off him. Anthony's let that run. Romero's with him. Anthony on his right. Rashford. Acrobatic, but wide. Still 3-0, even though you can't tell. Top left. And we've absolutely battered Manchester United at Old Trafford. Again, this is exactly why in the first season, like if this had happened in our first season in the Premier League, with the calibre of player we had then, you'd have been complaining about that just as much as me simming the big teams for that first year. FIFA's so unrealistic. Which would have been absolutely accurate, which is exactly why we made the decision a couple of years ago in the first season in RTG style saves to sim the big six in the first year. Because otherwise this happens every week and you end up entirely not having any sort of relegation battle. We simmed them last year, we had a relegation battle and we did very well and we enjoyed it. Now it's the time to take the club to the next level. And a 3-0 win at Old Trafford will certainly help you do that. West Brom 2, Manchester City 1. Not the only shock result in the Premier League this weekend. West Brom, one of the sides up via the side up via the playoffs last year from the Championship. Nacho Salinas starting to score a little bit more regularly now, and as he builds up his form and goal contributions, so will we build up our points tally. 3 points now against the... Whoa, I'm dizzy. I'm absolutely dizzy. Oh, I've got a nosebleed. We're up in 6th. Some sides will have a game in hand. There's still a long way to go. Don't get used to that. But, oh, we'll take 6th while we've got it. Very happy with that indeed. Up next, a sim, actually, at home against Leeds. And Jacek Wilk has changed to striker. It's all happening all at once. And he's still a 74 rated striker, but that's not a problem. Try and make him a little bit quicker, because 74 is not great. And mobile striker will improve his ball control and dribbling as well, because he's finishing at 80 is already pretty good enough. And that shot power going up too will help. He's going to be a capable striker, that's for sure. Leeds United arrive at Patreon Park, trying to halt what is now a back-to-back win run for us in the Premier League. It's a hectic start. The pace of that tempo, that's insane. 0-0 after 6 minutes, but Jesus, we're going about business with such high confidence, aren't we? Bloody hell. 1-0 Leeds United. 86 rated Lorenzo Pellegrini gives them the advantage in first half stoppage time with nearly the last kick of it. Not ideal, but recoverable at least. Nice through ball. And out wide. And into the middle. And yes! An equaliser through Tom Edwards. Brilliant move. We don't want to lose a second game in the Premier League. Get in. We are absolutely draw specialists so far this season, though. This would be a 5th draw in 8 games. Unless we're able to find a breakaway winner with minutes to go, which isn't going to happen as we've given away possession. Not to worry. After being behind for so long, we'll take the point and be very happy with it. Thank you very much. Chelsea now beat Manchester City at the Etihad, and City are having a horrible time right now. We're in 9th, and to be fair, loving life at the moment. Although we do have Tottenham next, which is probably going to make things quite difficult again. Tottenham with Emi Martinez in goal. Jed Spence, Victor Chust, Joško Fardiol, Christian Romero and Destiny Udogie is 89 rated, by the way. Bernardo Silva in their midfield. Joao Pedro up top with Jadon Sancho and Leon Bailey either side of him. Jack Wimperney, a Patreon player on the bench for them today, is higher rated than Joao Pedro, but was significantly fatigued, so couldn't start. I'd imagine Jack will enter the fray from the bench at some point later in the game. What the scoreline looks like then, I don't know. Is this going to be a case where the big team actually turn up? Or are they going to play like rubbish the way that Manchester United did? Let's find out. So far, looks like they're going to be quite good. If Leon Bailey could shoot, they'd be 1-0 up. Win that header. Even challenge for it would be nice. Leon Bailey, have you figured out how to shoot yet? No. Can set a teammate up though. Oh! Can you believe it, Leon Bailey? Open goal, hits the bar. No, he's not figured out how to shoot yet, but that was particularly difficult as an effort from there. A worthy effort, to be fair. Unfortunately for him, Tottenham still haven't taken the lead. He could have had a goal, could have had 2, could have had an assist instead of one of them. Instead, neither. Not Leon's day so far. Sissoko. It's not a bad touch by Schultz at all. And here's Bianchi, looking for an assist perhaps. Or maybe Salinas. Oh, if that's more accurate, Edwards is in. We're close. Not as close as they've come, but we're close to finding a way through this Tottenham backline. They have no centre mids whatsoever. They play a formation with 2 centre mids, and at the club they have 2 cams. And that's it. So their only options are Bernardo Silva and Constanti, whatever his face was, in midfield. Bianchi from range. Good save by Emi. Can Tom Edwards get to that? No. The goalkeeper floors 3 of them, and he ensures that they keep a clean sheet. So Tottenham's midfield is pretty Constantelias. There you go, that's his name. Tottenham's midfield is pretty non-existent in a defensive capacity in this one. So I don't know how well they'll defend, but with 5 back, they should be able to defend quite well because their defensive unit is pretty high rated. That said, Jed Spence is forward here in offence for them now. Oh, Leon Bailey can't get a goal to save his life today. But Joao Pedro can. It's 1-0 Spuds. Couldn't get near him. 2-0 Spuds. 1 through ball. Split my defence apart. And then a cheeky sweat. And that's probably the game now. Not that I've created anything and look likely of getting anything at all. That ball through from Bernardo Silva is next level. And then it's just a good finish from Joao Pedro. 2 for him, 2 for Tottenham. Bianchi, Schultz, Wilkes come on at striker now. There is space here for Cooper, who's come on at right back. Try and tuck this in. And Jacek Wilk. Oh! Jacek! Changing him to striker was a good idea, wasn't it? Wow! Fair play, sir. 2-1. Oh, divine. Joao Pedro off the bar. Second time Spurs have hit the woodwork like that so far today. We'll try again. No, it's divine, and it's over the bar this time. Joao Pedro very close to a hat-trick. And he'll still have the chance to get it, actually, because it's Destiny Udogie. No, Leon Bailey, sorry, that they've taken off. And here comes Jack Wimperney for an 8-minute cameo. Is it going to be an 8-minute... Just a yellow. Oh, I thought for a minute he was going to get himself 2 goals and a red card. 3 minutes added on. There is the opportunity, if I can find the right pass at the right time. To the minute, I can't. They've got too many shirts back here, too many bodies in the way. Need to find a way through. Fleming to Romero. Can he beat Jed Spence for pace? Not many can. He's beaten him for trickery, though. Edwards with the header. The chance was there. With the last touch of the game, we could have taken a point. Unfortunately, he put it into space. It'll be a defeat at the London Stadium. Not the London Stadium. The Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And now was bogey team Brentford. Brentford. Bogey team. Ledesma in goal. Aiden, Kelly, St. Just, Biancone and Aaron Hickey. Toussaint, Luis Alberto and Thiago. With Asmoon and Oroz up top. It's considering Luis Alberto and Thiago are aging like mad in this save now. They're both like 79 and 80 rated, I think. It's not an intimidating side for Brentford. They just beat me every time I play them. 3-0 twice last year, I'm sure it was. And they beat me when we were in the Championship with them the year before as well. Twice then as well, I think. And it may even have been by 3-0 that season too. Oh, I'll try not to lose this one. And even if I do lose it, I'll try not to lose it 3-0. Something about Brentford, man. Asmoon in the box. Lays it back. Oroz, thankfully, went right, not left. Otherwise, that was going to be 1-0 already. Hickey. Back to Thiago and Aymar. Nice tackle by Bianchi. Try and get there. He has thrown himself 2-footed into that. If he didn't get the ball, he's getting a red card. Corner for them. Luis Alberto delivers. It's not the best of clearances, but Samaras manages to hook it away to relevant safety. Sardar Asmoon to Aymar. Aymar Oroz in the box and over the bar. Brilliant build-up play. Poor finish. Does love to get forward, which is kind of what he's in there to do, actually, is that deep line playmaker. Fleming just drifted offside there. Samaras might have the space to pull off a shot here. And Conan Ledesma can't handle it first time around, but does keep it out. That 5-back for Tottenham kept me at bay for the majority of the game. And I have a funny feeling at the minute that this Brentford side are going to do something similar. It's Thiago Alcantara, but that is uncharacteristically poor in the pass from Thiago. That is not uncharacteristically poor in the pass from Lasse Schultz. Thankfully, Samaras is expectedly good in the tackle, although apparently illegal in the tackle. And Oroz will take the free kick, and he's full power into the stand. Yep, there you go. That was woeful, mate. Come on, pal. Sada to Luis Alberto. I went for the jugular there and I missed. And here's Aymar. And Aymar Oroz gives Brentford the 1-0 lead. Thought we could intercept it in the middle. Mistimed it. Didn't get there and punished for it. Tried to go. Well, to be fair, I think I got a touch to the ball with Francisco, but just kind of physically pushed him sideways. Might be a FIFA physics thing. Oh well. We're 1-0 down regardless. We will get it out wide here to Lasse Schultz. We'll cross it in. Bianchi's brought that down. I think he might have somehow managed to bully his way into a corner. The reason Salinas doesn't score many headers, he looks like he's more physical a player than he actually is. He's only 5'9", Nacho, which is why he's no good from corners. I didn't realise that until I double-checked his height, cross-comparing him with Jacek Wilk, the guy that scored the goal against Tottenham in the last game. Jacek Wilk, 6'3". Maybe if we do end up using Wilk, it gives us the opportunity to perhaps try a different play style, and perhaps I should just try something different with my set-piece techniques. Oh my God, 3 times in the past game and a half, the opposition have hit the bar, had it drop down near the line and not go in. Bloody hell. I think I'll just call someone else across here for this, rather than try and risk something. Salinas then short to Bianchi. Into Salinas again. And here it then is Samar. Oh my God! Why are finesse shots so broken? He nearly killed the cameraman in the corner. Oh, what a ball! Aymar Oroz in. Richardson denies them. Just an insane goal. I'm not sure who played that pass. It may well have been Thiago. No, it wasn't. Who is that? Sardar Azmoun has pulled out this pass. That is De Bruyne-esque. Did it go through the defender's legs as well? I thought it was going to go through Samaras's legs too. What vision to see that. Top class. Yankee to Schultz. Oh, he's fluked his way past the defender, who's immediately got himself back in position and then gets the tackle in anyway. Bianchi back to Schultz. Here we go. Come on, Bianchi, get forward. There you go. Bianchi, through the gap. Ah, nearly. Bloody Brentford. Bloody Brentford is turning into just as much of a catchphrase on the channel as bloody Ruben Dias. At this rate, in this save, Romero out to try and close down Aiden. Oh my lord, what is with their passing? They're so good! Bloody Brentford! That's the best cross you've ever seen! 2-0 down. Bogey Brentford at it again. And even though it's them, I think that cross is worth watching for a second time. How has he even seen that? Christ alive. Lasser, run for me please, pal. You're supposed to be my creative winger. Thank you, mate. Jacek, get yourself in the box, pal. I want to try and find you with the ball in the air. Well, maybe we can find him with a corner then. He better be the man that's on the edge of the 6-yard box there. I think he is, to be fair. No, it's Francisco da Costa. Why can't Francisco be there all the time? Brilliant save by the keeper to deny Ben Jack a goal there. They now make a change again. Edwards will deliver it. Francisco could be underneath it. I could have had a goal with either centre-back from 2 corners in a row. Unfortunately, their goalkeeper has decided he doesn't want to concede one. See? Doesn't want to concede one. Novak with the header this time. Bloody Brentford. What would be absolute trifecta and peak Chesnoid career mode, well, Chesnoid this RTG save, is if Ruben Dias ends up at Brentford later in the save. That would just be the most me thing. Oh, I thought we were going to get their third. That could possibly happen in this save. Oh, dearie me. I've tried against Brentford. I always try against Brentford. I always fail against Brentford. I'm going to call the episode You Won't Believe Your Eyes because of the victory at Old Trafford. But you absolutely will believe your eyes with me losing this game. Because it just happens every time. Bring that down, Jacek. Oh, that'll be 2-0 then to Brentford. Can't even score against them, let alone get a point. Boos ring out around the ground and, well, I guess understandably so. We've taken 4 points today. And at the beginning of the episode, I didn't think we'd do that. I was hoping for maybe a point, maybe a win against Leeds. We got the point, but what was unexpected was the victory against Manchester United. We started the episode 13th. We got as high as 6th. We're 14th. Okay. The ups and downs of the Premier League in the early stages of the season. West Ham bottom on 4 points without a win so far this year. 10 games in. That's not a great start for them. 6 goals scored only in 10 games. No wonder they haven't won. We've only scored 11. We've only conceded 11. That's our 3rd defeat of the season now, to be fair. Manchester City lead the way. Nottingham Forest in 3rd. All right. Suit yourselves, lads. Hopefully that'll be where we are later next season, probably, rather than this. We have Burnley, Wolves, West Brom and Chelsea. So 2 in Wolves and West Brom of the promoted sides from last season in tomorrow's episode. That's got to be wins. Not just for the fan objective, but for our league campaign as well. Hopefully some good points on the board tomorrow after some frustratingly difficult games today. Do join me for them. I'd love to see you there. Drop this video a like if you've enjoyed, as ever. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And you won't miss out on more. And I'll see you tomorrow.